The greatest jobs president that God ever created. I tell you that. And we are going to make our country great again.
One of the great all-time lines, the greatest jobs president that God ever created. Joining us now is Ronald Kessler, 20-time New York Times best-selling author, and his new one, of course, The First Family Detail, Secret Service Agents Reveal the Hidden Lives of the Presidents, and there it is. Hello, Ronald. Good to see you again, sir.
Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. You wrote a piece, and it's a very interesting piece. It talks about, you call it the two Donald Trumps, and you reference a woman who was his assistant at the Trump organization, someone who I knew as well over the years, and she was a wonderful woman, and she worked with Donald, and she sat down and did an interview with you just before she retired in '06, and she revealed a lot about the man.
She was his top aide and vice president for 28 years, knew him better than anyone in terms of both the business side and the social side. And Norma Forder said there are two Donald Trumps. One is the outrageous one who makes these provocative comments on TV to get attention for his brand at the time, and of course now for his campaign. The other one is the real Donald Trump, who is someone who is very endearing, who treats his employees very well, who's extremely competent, insists on the highest quality, gets into the details of what color rock his waterfalls will have at his golf course and golf courses around the world. I also interviewed Donald and know him for some 15 years for my book, The Season, which was about Palm Beach. And we went down with my wife, Pam, to Mar-a-Lago, his home and estate in Palm Beach. On the way down, he was talking about the fact that some Palm Beach clubs do not admit Jews and blacks. And in fact, that's still true today. And he said, he made a point that his club does admit Jews and blacks. He imitated the Blue Bloods who condemn his club because it does not discriminate. So those are a few insights into the real Donald Trump.
Yeah, and your column, we should point out, that you wrote where you interviewed Norma, appeared at Newsmax.com at the time, which I think is very interesting. Let's talk about, how do you believe, and I've known Donald for a long time. I came to know him when he bought the USFL New Jersey Generals, and I was involved with the sports talk show at the time at WABC Radio, and he would come on our show. He invited us, me and the host of the show, Art Rush Jr., to lunch at Trump Plaza. We did our show from Trump Towers, rather. We did our show from Trump Plaza in Atlantic City before fights at that venue. So I've known him for many years also. How do you think these qualities that you describe, both sets of qualities that Norma described to you, how do you think that translates into being a politician, or let's say being president?
Well, I think that people do sense people's character. Trump is the opposite of Hillary Clinton, who treats her Secret Service agents with contempt. She's so abusive and nasty that being assigned to her detail is considered a form of punishment. And even though those are secrets that are revealed in my book, most people don't know them, they still get a sense from her that she's not a very nice person. Donald is the opposite. I think people get that he really is likable, just like Barack Obama, regardless of how you feel about his policies. People like him. Same with Donald. He's candid. He admits that he exaggerates. And all of that is so important in today's television world. People say, well, Donald hasn't come up with specifics. Neither did Obama. But people, I think, understand that other countries are not going to mess with Donald, as opposed to Obama, who says he doesn't want war. So why should other countries fear us? The same with the economic side. I think that there would be a psychological effect if Donald became president on businesses. They would understand that they're not going to be demonized, that they're not going to be overregulated, and they will therefore feel more confident about expanding.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more, and I think it would do him well, you know, and eventually it will happen. He'll sit down he'll do in-depth interviews, and he will present that other side. I'm not saying that he's only shown the brash side. I think to an extent he has, and it's worked, and I believe he means what he says. But I think showing the softer side will also eventually benefit him as well. Correct?
Exactly. Over time, people just, they focus on how the guy comes across on TV, and he's the master.
Yep.
Well,
Ronald,
and at the same time, he has a great track record.
I'm glad you wrote the piece, and I'm glad you came back on. Check out the book again, folks. The First Family Detail by Ronald Kessler. The Malzberg panel is next. Don't go away.